Good day and welcome to another episode of Regional Review. I'm Kenya Kambowe and I'll be giving you a recount of what transpired in the northeastern regions over the past week. Also in today's show, we'll be having an interview with Mr. Vincent Kanyetu, the All People's Party Secretary General, who will be talking about the passing of the late Ignatius Showameni, who was the party leader. In history, today is Espresso Day. On today's show, we look at a number of events that unfolded during the past week. Firstly, we turn to the Rundu Town Council, which has resolved to summon Redforce Debt Management to explain why the debt collector has not been meeting its targets for the past 8 months. Council made the resolution last Tuesday during a special council meeting where the local authority wants to meet the Redforce management to explain why they are failing to reach its monthly target as per the contractual agreement. Redforce, which has a 3-year contract with Rundu Town Council to recover about 450 million owed by its stakeholders, is expected to rake in a revenue of not less than 5 million a month for the cash-strapped local authority. However, the last time Redforce managed to reach its target was in February when they collected nearly 10 million. Since then, the highest the debt collector recovered was 4.8 million, which was done in July. The lowest amount recovered by Redforce currently is the 3.3 million, which they collected during the month of May. Meanwhile, despite not meeting its monthly target, Redforce between January and August was paid 6.1 million by the council for the work done. In other news, part of the 15 million donated by Recon Africa to government in June has been directed to the COVID-19 vaccination programs in the 2 Kambowe regions, which thus far have the lowest vaccine uptake in the country. The Health Ministry decided that 7.5 million of the 15 million will go towards the vaccination program in the 2 Kambowe regions, of which both regions received around 3.5 million each. The Canadian company is currently engaged in oil exploration in the Kambowe East and Kambowe West region. At the official launch of the program in Rundu, it was revealed that the vaccine uptake for Kambowe East stands at around 12%. Kambowe East Health Director Timiang Wira said that for the 3.5 million her region received, 3.2 will be used for the COVID-19 uptake, while 270,000 is earmarked for temporary staff. She said that 4th year University of Namibia nursing students have been roped in to assist with the program. With poor roads into the inlands, part of the funds will be used to hire private vehicles at a cost of 1,500 a day. Both Recon Africa and the Health Ministry have assured that the monies will be used for the intended purpose. Last but not least, we look at the story about a 32-year-old man who spent his last breath under a mango tree at the Zawema clinic after nurses allegedly refused to attend to him because he was not in possession of his medical passport. The incident happened last Thursday at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon when the late Mario Minganja was allegedly left to die after having sought for medical attention. However, the Health Ministry's Executive Director, Mr. Ben Nangobe, when contacted for comment over the matter, denied the allegation, saying that the preliminary report is that the deceased went to the clinic seeking for COVID-19 vaccination. The family, however, refutes the vaccination claim by the ministry, saying that the deceased was vaccinated on 11 May. Nangobe said that the ministry is, however, busy investigating the matter and a full report will be made available. Mr. Kanyetu, can you just give us a recollection of how you knew the late Honorable Ignatius Shihwameni?
Well, thank you very much. As per your question, the late Honorable Ignatius Kotongo Shihwameni is a Namibian born somebody, born and raised in Namibia, born in Kavango East, particularly Tokota. A father, a brother, an uncle, a leader, you know, and a Namibian whose heart is full of love, unity, and respect, mutual respect to any human. Honorable in question has been a politician as early as his early ages of his life. And you remember very well that though he studied law and others, he has never worked in government since his childhood. From school, he got involved with the student politics and stuff up to the time we got appointed as a deputy minister, then later resigned to be one of the founding members of Congress of Democrats, COD. After that, he played a major role in the State Party, both as a Secretary General and as a Member of Parliament, where he served not only the Congress of Democrats memberships, but he also served the nation at large and Africa. As you know, he's a Pan-Africanist himself, a revolutionary who stood for the agenda of uplifting the lives of the people, and whose vision was to see a Namibian benefit from everything Namibia has after we freed ourselves from the then colonial masters, the South African regime. Now, Honorable Ignatius Shihwameni, I tell you now, is one of a very, very rare people that you find in our lifetime. As a scholar himself, but not like all others who choose who to associate with, not like all others who choose to who to speak to and who to share their wealth or maybe ideas with. He's a people's person, you know. Shihwameni is this type of a person who can sleep in a deep remote area, you know, drink from one cup with everybody, eat from one plate with everybody, sleep with everybody in a small hut, or, you know, he's not an official person. I mean, you can also testify as to his lifestyle. It's not this kind of a person who wants this 25,000, 30,000 suits like others are wearing from Dubai and others. He's a very simple man, down to earth, respect everybody. He's ready to listen to everybody, even if you differ with him ideologically or otherwise, but he will still listen to you in a calm way. He will always respond to you, and he was always available in trying to give direction, more particularly that has to build the nation and communities at large.
Okay. We've seen since his passing, tributes have been coming through from all spurs of corners of this country, and we, the Namibian Sun, we reported of how somehow this overwhelming, and some of those who were quoted in that story to say that why only now are people coming out to show that this was a good, honorable man, but while he was alive, he looked like he was deserted by people that claim to love him now. So what has been your assessment? What are you also sharing the same sentiments?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. During the day when this incident of this tragic death happened, as you remember, I was in Botswana, Gaborone, delegated and sent by him again to go for a mission of a conference that took place there for a week and some hours. I followed as comments and tributes was coming through social media and other different social media like WhatsApp and Facebook, Twitter, and the others. I also share the same question as to why, as a nation and people, are we so fake in terms of living a fake life, a life of pretendence? Just as you are saying, we know when the Honorable resigned from SWAPO, first of all, he lost friends, he lost associations, he lost even some neighbors, couldn't speak to him due to the fact that he left the party and all sorts of things were said. But when you look at the comments and the tributes, as per you say, and as everybody can testify and see now, as if everybody loved him. And I'm asking myself as to why are we doing this to ourselves? We cannot continue to be like this. We know some of the people who are saying to be have touched by the Honorable's death did celebrate when the Honorable was humiliated, at a point where Honorable couldn't try to help himself. People rejoiced. But now these same people are pretending to be emotional and be touched by the death of the Honorable. But, well, it's human. But truly, to be honest, we are not doing justice to ourselves as people. We are not doing justice to ourselves. If you love somebody, show it while the person is alive. If you care for somebody, show it while the person is alive. If you truly care about a friend, a comrade, or a neighbor, or a relative, show it when somebody is still alive. Because all these tributes, all these love letters that we are seeing left, right, and center, he is unable to respond or maybe acknowledge most of it now. This is why it's not only you. Everybody, majority of those who were close to the late up to his last day, I even ask ourselves that why now? I remember some days in Vendu, our founding Vice President, Honorable Madala, shared the same. He even asked it as to why are we living a fake life as Namibian? We cannot continue to be like this. So therefore, maybe this might be a start of us as a nation to be genuine and truthful to each other. Going forward, truly, as a nation, we are still a small population. Even if I differ with you ideologically, you still my brother, you still my neighbor, you still my fellow citizen, you are my comrade, Though we differ ideologically, but we are brothers, we are one. So I truly call upon each and every one of us, including myself as well, that even times get hard, but the truth should remain. The love of God must always prevail amongst us, instead of just living a fake life. We know some of the people that are sending tributes and love letters, even went as far as media, to rejoice the downfall of the Honorable, even to mock the Honorable, to compare the Honorable to this and that, even in the media and social media. Some people wished him death. Now, after his death, the same people who wish him death are apparently touched by his death. Come on now. Namibia, we cannot continue to be like this. But otherwise, it's human. We still have got room to rectify ourselves in one way or the other. But otherwise, my soul rest in peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time, sir.
All right, sir.
Okay.
Looking at the expected weather for the northeast, extreme heat is expected at Nkurunkuru for the next week, with not a cloud in sight. The mercury is also rising at Rundu and Kongola, along with some cloud cover, although cooler temperatures are expected next week. It is slightly cooler at Katima and Kasane, still in the high 30s though at the moment, along with some cloud cover.
That's all we had for you today. Thank you very much for your time. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Regional Review. Goodbye.